They already said in chat, though.
Oh, we're live.
I would basically love to share ownership with some of my fans.
Ooh.
NFL, Green Bay Packers do it.
Really? How does that work?
What is it? Like 10% of the shares are publicly traded.
Oh, okay. That's very cool.
And so you could buy into ownership
Right,
of the team, and
right.
then you could buy a shit ton of shares if you wanted, if you're rich. But yeah.
I mean, up to a maximum of 10%. In the
Yeah,
sense
you
of
said
like,
or whatever. Yeah, you said. I think they're
How-
up to, I think they might be up to 40 or 50% or something obnoxious at
Really?
this point. But yeah.
I was gonna just ask you that. What is the total split looking like?
Huh?
What's the total split looking like in that sense? If the fans get 10%,
Yeah, no, I
What
mean,
do you get?
I had
Or
someone.
you're not
Well, it
obviously
depends.
have
I have to
90%,
raise
you know what I
money,
mean?
so at that
Right.
point, then it depends how a team I build. I need CEO. I'm not a business dev guy. I need the business dev. I need the GM. I would be like an interim CEO, but I would need an actual CEO
How
with
about this?
experience. I'm just gonna connect the dots. I'm gonna bring the talent. I'm gonna bring the vision, and then I'm gonna bring the team to complement my weaknesses.
I have one guy that really wants to make things work. Snappy, not the player, but like he really just the way that I see this guy is
He sounds too ambitious.
a
He's done.
visionary in the sense of like I just want to get things done, go live. You know who that is? That's Lenny. I think you should send him a message. I think Lenny would be more than interested in investing.
Lenny, you want in?
Let us know. G2 with the first pistol.
G2 at the start, and
Yep.
in a lot of areas, if this was Team A versus Team B and we didn't know who they were, you would think G2 being Team A, you're like, oh, they should have won Train. They should. Oh, now they're gonna probably win Inferno because they've been winning a lot of these rounds that to give them the start of the momentum, but they just don't have the closing right now. And it's so funny. I'm still wrapping my head around this. I don't know how you guys feel, chat. I still have chat open. I'm gonna do that this one.
No, we should. Yeah, we should do that because otherwise, let's be real here, Jordan.
High truth.
There's only so much you and I can talk about before we pass out.
Well, no, because I actually want to say, like, chat, are you guys, how weird is it to see Kineas and Shocks versus Big? No disrespect to Big. These guys are playing great this year. But you look at this lineup and be like, they should get dominated right now by Big. Because all these guys, like, even the inexperienced guys on Bigs, which would be Tizian and...
Did you say inexperienced guys?
Yeah.
Is Tizian inexperienced in your eyes?
I don't know. How has he been, like, an old school player?
I mean, he's pretty old school, is he not?
Is he? Okay, maybe I'm ignorant.
Right? No, maybe I'm
But, like,
ignorant.
Smooya, I guess just these names...
Smooya is, like, obviously.
Smooya
right?
Next is somewhat old school now, a couple, 3 years. Not old school, but, like, he's experienced. It's just interesting. I think I'm definitely used to it, but it's still occasionally.
Oh, you mean, like, seeing...
As an analyst, when I'm, like, looking at the name, just for a split second, my old school brain looks at these names, and I'm like, oh, like, Kenya, Shocks.
That's what you used to see.
Screams. Yeah,
you know?
body. These guys are about. But now we switch immediately to momentum as Big Clan. It's almost better than winning the pistol sometimes. Closing
At
that.
this point?
Yeah.
Especially if it's the other way around. Holy moly, what a spot you put the Caesars in then, you know?
Mage and Grim say hi and they miss you.
How is the... Actually, that I want to ask you, Jordan.
That peak was beautiful.
You guys have been playing pretty well in
Not everyone
MDL.
is 35 like you might be.
Is that for me?
That's what he said to me.
Really?
I'm
Lenny?
35?
Was that Lenny?
That might have been Lenny. I don't
Was
know. I
that
didn't
really
hear.
Lenny calling you 35? Unbelievable.
Listen, I just turned 28. It was my birthday last week, actually, so screw you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
OGC, we lost the other day. We're like, I don't know.
Oh, you're
doing
6-3
decent.
or something, right?
Maybe, yeah.
You beat
6-3.
Mythic. So obviously you're the best stream team currently in existence.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah. Oh, we
I mean,
handled.
you can't even dispute that.
We
at
actually
this
should have
point.
beat him like 16-5.
Oh,
and then
damn. Were they that bad?
But then we
huh?
lost. No, but then it was like.
They're a bad stream team.
We were like 14-5, 15. I love it. You're still on Team OGC.
I'm just like fueling the fire here.
Let's go, Gob. Swing right here, baby. Look at him playing smart and shit, Gob. Right now.
Smooya, when
Let's go.
when he was walking up, he was like, guys, we're shit at B. Me and Gob B were shit at B. Just
Yeah.
watching.
Smooya walks by. He's like, by the way, me and Gob are trash at B.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, I mean, what do you mean? And he's like,
He's like,
we're
watch.
trash. Yeah, we're really
This
bad.
is an Eek round, so this
Yeah, it doesn't
count.
count. But it will be exciting to see then if he...
I gave him motivation. Well, actually,
I feel like Smooya
one of them tapped
over-exaggerates
me on the
everything.
ass, and I just told him, get your shit together. Comms going early, boys.
Right. How did that work out for you?
I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how the half plays out. Don't forget, guys, there's a giveaway happening. bts.gg/giveaway. You could win a couple different headsets and an AOC gaming monitor. Shout out to Sennheiser and AOC. And also shout out to Monster and GGBet as well for being partners.
Did you forget a few?
I didn't forget anything except that you can get a shirt, a
Right.
quality shirt, quality hoodie, quality couple different things from the bts.gg/store.
Oh, the C merchandise?
The sea bro, I'm like Anchorman, Will Ferrell. I just read whatever's
Yeah,
on the
that
top
was so
of it.
funny, man.
Oh shit.
That was literally the best
This still
one.
doesn't count towards their beehole.
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
It's a
It
sneak around.
doesn't. It doesn't count.
Fiffler and show feet.
Is that what he said? I am showing feet, I guess. Well, legs. My feet aren't necessarily nasty. So I don't
Jordan, what is the dream French team? Who's that new kid coming up? Is it Zai Wu? Is
Yeah.
that kid's French, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the dream team for a lot of countries now are kids like that. Like you need one or two of them because they're
Right.
like the young guns. Like they're
Right.
like we all were at one point. Those
Right.
are the guys.
He's the guy when you got picked up by EG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're just
Now-
connected to the game.
Right. Fuck, that was so long ago.
They have to unplug from USB in the morning when they wake up.
God damn. Oh. I don't think people realize, honestly, like on occasion, how just long we've been in the scene for. You know what I mean? Like, it's been so long.
Dude, the first lands we were playing at where you're playing like big tournament qualifiers, like considered world championships, and like rooms the size we're sitting in right now, casting. We got
Like,
catered food.
Yeah.
Probably making more money from the talent side of things than you were winning the whole world final. And that's
Yeah.
not even being like too transparent here. I think people know talent gets treated way better than players did back in the day even.
I mean, everyone gets
Everyone,
treated way
or
better,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
that's
Like,
yeah,
even
that's
players
it.
and
That's a
stuff.
narrow-minded way of saying it. But yeah, everyone getting.
Even like observers, I think even people. Okay, honestly, production, all credit to them because they're so miserable. You know.
There's a good little cast from G2 coming in.
Ooh, okay, nice
Shots.
shot.
Okay, babe.
All right, here we go.
William got B saving some money to show us that B hold next round. Chat, on 3, who do you think is the best operator in the world right now?
Ooh, okay. Who do we have?
We still see some Kenny S's, Guardian, Gratisfaction.
Oh wow, that's
Smooya, Simple
Gratisfaction,
Device.
Okay.
Cirque, Smooya, Simple Device, Fallen, Oscar, Devi, Kadian, Fallen, Messi.
Okay,
huh?
so we just have a bunch of fans. Who do you have,
Denise,
Jordan?
I don't know anymore, man. The op conversation has always been interesting. There's always people who come around where you're like, wow. And like to me, that was like the last person I'd seen do that to me. Said like, first of all, it was like Kenny S in CS:GO. Who's before Kenny S in CS:GO?
Guardian.
Guardian, maybe. Yeah, was the first, and then Kenny S, and then like Fallen. Who else popped up? Because obviously nowadays like Device,
Right.
Oscar is
No,
impressive.
actually, I mean, when Pasha, as in 2014.
Oh, he was super solid. He
Yeah.
was almost like a Device, not super
same-
flashy.
Yeah, and it was the same with Cajun B, also super solid. Like, there wasn't a lot of flashy operas back then. It was just operas that did their part. It was really like Kenny S was probably one of the.
Kenny S before the op nerf
Right.
was like illegal.
Oh yeah, I agree. I actually, for people that still don't know, like, and honestly, I tend to forget about that too, like about the op nerf. Just
Yeah,
how
so
broken
Do you want
Kenny
to
S was
explain that?
before
What was how long? So that was a couple years ago. And what was break it down really quick, just briefly. You could basically. Oh, he's taking a sip. Basically, what it was, guys, is you could move and shoot basically, and the punishment for like how fast you had to stop to shoot and be accurate, and the movement speed with shooting was
You had higher movement speeds zoomed in.
zoomed in, and so you
As
could
you
be
were
walking and just like moving and like being ready to shoot on a dime. And so these quick operas in terms of reaction time also had good movement. They were just like ice skating around corners and opping you, and it was terrifying.
It was like it was. So as an example, when you peek mid on Dust 2 now as CT, you don't scope in initially. You strafe first, and then you scope in fast and hope to flick him. Back then, you could scope because you kept the same movement speed, and then just strafe over and insta shoot. So like you had way more. It was way more reflection shots in the sense of like I'm ready for this. Whereas for now, you're also relying a lot more on like fast zooms and stuff. So it benefits the person holding an angle compared to back in the day. It benefited you that was just like strafe. You could still have a chance because of interplay too. So Kenny S was just a god. Like if you go back and rewatch some of this stuff, and granted it's Go TV, so it doesn't really
he was
look
like
as
sitting
nice.
in the corner of Inferno on the site, and like
It was insane, man.
16
like,
people coming in to try to kill
yeah,
him.
no, he was it's a shame, honestly. Like when stuff that happens, you really see what it does to a player. Like don't get me wrong, Kenny S is still like a good player.
Really
and he's
quickly,
still a good player.
I want a tangent to actually come back to this match again. Shout out to G2 for waiting a second and then just hitting the bomb site. I've seen a couple teams lately. I'm not even going to call them out for the shade purposes. I think, I'll say one of them. It might have been NRG who fixed it to their credit. They get the pick mid on Inferno and they're about to hit B, and then they just reset and like move around so many pieces, and it's like, sure if you have a good A hit, but then they just go up A and like die.
Right.
You know the guy's going to rotate, and even if he doesn't, just wait a little bit. If they retake B, there's three options. They're going to retake B, they're going to over-rotate out of B, or they're going to kind of half stay B. And if they have stay B, even an exec's fine. Get exec by G2 after being patient for 10 or 15 seconds. That's enough shout-outs, Jordan. I'm not shouting anybody out.
Shout out to Lenny. I'm just messing with Lenny now, man. Sorry, Lenny. I'm just gonna take it.
All right,
Well,
talk about the game a little bit.
yeah, no, I was just looking at what the buy is here. Shock Accept Yogg. Suya with an op still. Ooh. Gets the entry onto Smiths. Yeah, I mean this. Well, I wonder, was that I didn't see. You were on your phone, right? So you didn't see who the smoke was
I'm just
from
reading
either.
chat, yeah. Who threw the smoke or what?
I didn't see if it was a molly there. It was just a CT smoke to kill the molly.
It could have been the smoke from T-Spawn. A lot of people throw that.
Oh, that's why I was wondering
the
if it was a
angle.
T-smoke
But
or.
let me
'cause I
see,
can-
what is Smooya? Yeah, it was probably T-Smoke, because Smooya took the shot and he still has the smoke. In his
Yeah, but
inventory.
who plays? It's Gob B that plays with him, and he doesn't have a smoke.
Oh, so he might have smoked that.
yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Ooh, Gob Annual. Big 4v3 here. Nice shot by Gob. Tabson's going to rotate it, and this is where you might see the flash play. So the
Ball
smoke, but he
rotating over
doesn't
to
have
banana.
one, and he's just going to play patient as he waits for Gob to get contact, and maybe as the smoke fades. Kind of an interesting time to turn away from the spawn there at B. As you know, they're still probably creeping in water.
This is super risky. Good on Gob B actually for rotating over there.
And right here, even if he lets him have the site, it's fine. He'd rather be in a 4v3 / now especially 4v2 where he doesn't overextend. So you'll watch Gabi right here hold an angle in backhaul, but he doesn't want to hold much. The key with backhaul is you want to be able to use it as a retake
Ooh,
spot.
nice. This is doable, man.
Now here, you want that. Tizian should save that flash. Oh, if they get that kill. So never mind, it's obsolete.
Okay. Nice try. I didn't even hear that the bomb, the defuse starts.
Yeah. No kit? Or was he,
Yeah,
did
it was
he have a
full
kit?
defuse. It was 10-second one.
No, oh yeah, he grabbed one after.
It's a shame that, I mean, that was a little bit unlucky, I guess, right? If Body starts planning 1 second before, the smoke is still there and he probably gets away. And it's probably a round win at that point. It's just Shox did such a good job. But 5-3, not too bad so far. And only, you know, keeping one CT alive as well. It's good for the
This is
potential money.
another round, though, where the T's look at the back and forth, and the one survived the last couple
That's
rounds.
what I mean, yeah.
So,
We're like on the verge, especially for like.
and Inferno's one of those maps where force buying is not like Astralis makes it really hard. They're one of the few teams where force buying against is pretty rough because they're so good with map control and utility. But like, if big, it's pretty easy to wait things out, put a little bit of pressure, and get the CTs back in the bomb site, and then if you have 2 AKs, that's enough to win a round on T side on like a hit like B if you could trade and
Sure.
take a gun. But ooh, we're gonna see the
Look at
fast
setup. Oh, they're
mid
boosting
control.
here too.
One
This could
smoke
be-
will shut it down. This is Inferno. I mean, at this point, if you've watched CS for the past couple years, you know all about map control and back and forth, which is basically a battle of mids, nades at mid, and then what's going on at B. So the mid smoked, so they're going to check B.
Well done. Goodbye.
Smoothie getting a little wall bang, the cheeky. Oh my gosh, Kenny S giving him a shot right there. Close range, literally. Body in a good position. Is that Smoothie in library? Is he- Ooh,
Oh, the
body
timing.
with the timing. Looks like he might go down when
Oh.
Smoothie hears that nade. Oh, Smoothie TK'd him right
Yeah.
there as he was probably holding a very tight angle
Yeah,
under
he
the
was
porch.
holding towards lane there, so
Very unlucky right
that's
there.
a bit of a shame. I think it was a miscommunication. I also feel like was it body there that was in the corner by library? I wonder why he even moved to begin with, because like at that point you have such a great position to like hold the flank.
He
or,
must
like-
have heard. He flashed porch. So he
Well, they
must,
knew that he had one in lane or on site, right? They knew that for sure.
well, Kenny was the pick guy. He had low HP, so then he must
Right.
have just been insecure and called.
He was in pit. Kenny was in pit, yeah.
Yeah, so he must have been low.
So Kenny called that there was one guy lane and he needed help. But G2 still had 2 players that could have potentially helped him instead of messing with the guy that had a really good spot in library. Nonetheless, it works out.
And Smoothie on 18 frags. What's the rest of the frags? 4, 2, 4, 3,
I haven't
8,
even seen this, man.
11, 13.
pretty
So his
good.
team is 13 total, and he has
Dude,
18.
I feel like Smoothie trolled us, you know, in this.
We suck at
We're
B.
garbage B, guys. Just come over here.
The old counter psychology.
Jordan, why do I have a feeling we're gonna get 3 maps here? Don't get me wrong.
You love good,
I love good Counter Strike.
but you also value that REM.
Right. That would be quite nice right now.
Who's on your North American CS:GO fantasy team? I don't,
I feel like those questions are so hard, mainly because
you
like,
never
for
know who's
example-
gonna gel.
Right, and that exactly. So like, for example, I feel like if you put that same question, that's what FaZe was made for. Like, oh, who would you pick, right? And we make this whole team, but the problem is that without people don't realize that either. Without these like non-flashy players, you don't have a functional team. Like, the reason why Charlotte's functions so well together, yeah, sure. I mean, they're very good individually, but like,
Yeah.
it's not like they start off that way. You know, in the sense like Glaive was never supposed to be like this mad fragging kind
Well,
of guy.
Zipnix is one of the like people are now always giving him props.
Yeah.
But when they were
Oh, dude, he was about to get kicked, and on top of that, like, people hated his ass because he's like, oh, he wasn't good enough, get rid of him. Dude, can you ever say that about that Zipnix now?
yeah,
You know,
now one
like-
of the most solid players on the team, super impact for like not being in a flashy role at all.
Yeah.
Always at these weird positions, and then somehow ends up being pivotal in rounds. And I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier with like the ego dynamic. You love having
Right.
super confident players. You love having guys who wanna try to win the match on their own. But they will learn over time if they're smart people that they need those players flashing for them, or they need the people getting info for them.
Exactly.
And giving them good comms. So
Like, that's the thing. Like, imagine me telling you, yeah, like, say Simple, for example. Imagine if I'm playing, and I use Simple as my support player in the sense, so Simple, you flash for me. You know? That's kind of skewed. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like,
of course.
Simple is such a great player. Imagine if Simple did not have a functioning team in the sense of Navi. Like, Grant, don't get me wrong, right? Simple is just a really good player, but he gets a lot of help in
Yeah.
making sure that he does perform to this level.
Yeah.
It's not just because, oh, Simple just going to kill 4 people every round. It's like, well, let
Yeah.
me help you out here, right? So like with that in mind, you can't. It's really hard because like support players or like those kinds of players in general, because they don't get a lot of time to shine, or nor do their stats really tell that story. Like when you're talking about, oh, let's make a dream team. Yes, there are people that you would probably consider, right? But like, would you consider, oh, star players, simple device. Let's add all these together. Compared to North America, who would you pick in that role of like, well, we need
Well,
an
yeah,
anchor?
obviously normally the combo is like Elige, Tim,
Right.
Stewie.
Right.
Um, Naf is super solid. Cirque now, even Wardell is more inexperienced, solid. And these groups of Neptune right here now. Neptune's behind me. Giving them shout outs, giving a little confidence. No, but when you think of those players, you would just be like, oh, put Stu, put Tim,
Right.
put Elige. But then there's this dynamic of, do you guys even like playing the game the same way?
Exactly.
Are you going to be annoyed when this guy wants to approach this half this way?
Yep.
Is that annoyance going to, maybe you'll learn how to not vent it. One of the biggest problems that is now was talked about on C9 was, there was a disagreement with some stuff and how people wanted to play, and it happened even when I left. And without getting into specifics, it's not even necessarily anyone's fault, but there is a disagreement, and that will foster worse or better on some teams. And so my NA All-Star team is obviously just dependent on who wants to play together. It would be, a combination of those guys. Tim, Stu, Elige, all great players. But, yeah, you would probably only need 2 of those guys max. And you would need a solid support player. You would need a guy who's going to call that they could vibe with and respect. And then an opper that, again, is down for the same
Right.
kind of energy, down for the same stuff.
Right.
So
Because like you have different kinds of styles of operas too. Like compare. They're like.
oh yeah,
compares-
twists.
Like, yeah.
Who's Collat?
Oh yeah.
They
you
want.
forgot
They
twist.
want. Oh, they're all. Yeah, you guys obviously know by now when you're watching. We're watching that. I saw him peek mid and get to op Collat. Chat, they're expecting like a normal event where we're like, oh my god, you
Okay.
see that
Yeah.
shot?
What are you guys talking about? Please, cast the game.
Cast the game.
Listen, guys. You guys can see just as well as we can what's going on. All right.
You
gotta
watch
kill.
the screen.
Yes. It's 6-6. Is that a double boost back B? Oh, okay, you just moved. Never mind. Big red this. Read this. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm like completely gone here, not Jordan.
That's
It's
the other-
over.
that's
They
the-
read this round pretty well. Like there's not really
Yeah, there's
anything
that
going
B
on.
hold
with-
they were talking crap
Well,
about. Big
they
triple fat.
rotated.
That
They
was
had
sick
3.
by God B.
No, whoever it was from Biggest probably got B. Like made the call. I think to go to B. Next gambled or is that 3 there?
I kind of love the triggeredness. It's kind of hilarious because some people are supporting. They keep talking about the chat,
really?
and other people are like, but.
But that's the thing. Like you can never please everyone, right? Like there's
For
always
sure.
gonna have people that has their favorite casting duo, and it's always gonna be different. Same with people. There's always gonna be people
Fester, Fester.
that likes different people on the desk.
No,
that
and
like when
and,
different
and
thoughts,
even
but,
if
like,
we
you can
were
never
fully
please everyone.
focused on the game, we're
Right.
an analyst and commentator desk,
Right.
and doing it the whole time.
Right. No, it's exactly. No, but that's the thing. You just can't please everyone.
If we had some more players or something, but the matches, the people who were gonna happened to play early, so we lost a couple of the players. That might have helped the conversation and focus on the game a little bit.
Sure, nice shot. All right, I like that. It should be complete. I like this call actually.
Explode right
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
Good
just
molly
complete
by Nex. If
explosion.
you can get a flash from
Now
spawn in a
here's
second.
the problem. They're not in yet, and here Nick gets stuck here real bad.
Look at this. Oh, I love this play when you like go into the other
Yep.
team.
Oh,
Woo! That's fun because in Nex, part of what he did there wasn't even the frag. Just that molly and that flash combo allows Tabson to get to this position by the
Exactly.
time they're in.
exactly.
If he doesn't do that, they potentially already have fountain control by the time's in. So good job by Nex. And now
That's
we're
why
in a 3
actually,
versus
like, if
2.
you think about it, right? When that molly comes, you kind of want to take over spawn. Like, obviously, it's a very stressful situation. But taking that duel in spawn compared to guy in sight that Nex was setting up because there's so much smokes and mollies, and he's flashing in pool from spawn, if you don't spawn that outside,
You catch
you're-
the rotator.
Yeah, and you get no nades on you, right? No flashbacks or nothing.
No, it's definitely there's definitely
But that's
that
on the
window.
super on the fly call, right? Because
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy's side. As soon as you get the entry,
It's probably not
next
even a
flashes.
call. It's probably like
Yeah,
one
yeah.
guy just like
Right. One or two guys should just
catches the
like start to do this
rotator
well,
and saves the round without you
Right.
knowing what happened.
yeah.
So now it's an 8-6 half. Kind of, as I wouldn't say bad or good for either half. I mean, G2 wanted to not lose that eco.
For sure. Definitely not. It's not looking too
But
too
other
bad.
than
Honestly,
that-
I'm actually quite happy with this. You know, with this side in general. Like
Should be
G2 ends up winning pistol, end up losing
Inferno,
eco.
always delivering.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure. Imagine if it was map 3.
It seems like, you know how we were talking on Train about how like defaults and stuff develop? It seems like Inferno, it's so paved already as a map, so perfectly for like the CSGO default style, that it's almost like an accelerated version of most halves. Like
Right.
people adjust so fast on Inferno.
Right.
There's so
No, dude, honestly, Inferno, if you break down the map and how people play, it's actually, like you're saying, it's one of the most beautiful maps to watch if you understand what's going on, because of all the rotations, all the map control you're
So
getting. Like,
textbook.
yeah.
And next, getting a little excited. And Existence
Yeah, it's a
putting him
bit
down to the
cocky.
smoke. This is dangerous as the opposite in top mid if he decides to take a little wide peek. But he has to be aware of the alt mid, so he's not going to want to overextend. As Kenyas would be there to trade, hypothetically. And Gob, lucky to get one, takes away. 18 health is better than no health, 16 rather. Smooya saying booyah. How many people have done that?
Alright. We are saying booyah? No, I think you're the first one.
Sadokist. That's like a Sadokist thing.
Yeah, alright, I can see
He would
that.
have done that.
Yeah,
Matt,
yeah,
where
I
you
can see
at,
that.
buddy?
Did you see that Cooper left Soul Patrol?
That was a whole thing earlier, actually. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, like Ryan
Well-
and him had a thing on Twitter. Ryan deleted his tweet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because that's Freak's brother, obviously, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
that-
he was
that's the
pretty
whole thing,
upset,
yeah.
and the thing happened, and I think Ryan explained it on Twitter, but I haven't got a chance to catch up fully.
What do you think about it
Wow.
in general? Okay. Well, what do you think about it in general? Like you said, because you have no detail of, like, you haven't talked to Ryan.
I don't know. Like, on one hand, from an outside perspective, you don't have all the info. It would be like, oh, it sucks, because I thought their whole thing
Right.
was that they were sticking together.
That they want to play together.
But without giving away too much of their personal info, I know Cooper, I think it's public knowledge that he lives on his own somewhere. Maybe he wasn't getting a salary from the thing, and maybe something happened where it
Right.
got to a certain scenario in his personal life.
Right.
But it's not up to, I don't like talking about people's personal
No,
shit.
no, it makes
so
no
I
sense.
mean,
But what do you
besides
think
that,
about this change in general?
the
right?
change
Like,
in
not
general,
necessarily
I
in
don't
the-
know what would have prompted it. I think playoffs are around the corner, so that seems a little bit weird that would happen right now.
Yeah, and they just qualified. I mean, granted, they didn't do very well. I can't remember which tournament it was, but they were just at a tournament.
That's not a 1G, by the way, guys. He did enemies, Molly chat.
They've never seen 1G now. Oh. Ooh. All right. 9-6. Let's see what we got here. Smooya getting the Tech 9 drop. It's very nice. Gabi being a very generous in-game leader. See what they're going to be up to here. All 5 going towards Banana at this point. I do get smoked off though. Wow, actually just realized G2 has a lot of utility here.
You know what this is? They're going to do late smoke, left mid, and moto pit and explode porch fast. Or, you know what smoke they really like? They're going to do moto pit and big pit setup smoke, and they're going to wrap. Watch the setup
okay.
smoke. Let's see if they're going to throw one or the other. Yeah,
With
so I
the-
think
well-
this is the setup smoke. It
well, here's
lands
the
like
thing, right?
between big pit.
With the Tech 9, you're not going long range
Nope.
for sure. You're going
Okay,
inside.
so they're doing left mid and moto.
Right.
Watch. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Will they wrap through it? I don't know.
No, they might have one lurk, but Smooya is definitely just running inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Flash and pit.
God flash.
Yep, inside. Now I got stuck. Oh, okay.
Such a powerful strat because, like, even if you struggle a little bit with resistance from big pit and sight, that Moto Pit guy is forced to come through the smoke and just
Right.
stand in the middle of the open.
Yeah,
And
no, you're super awkward.
The
if you're
only way you
Moto Pit.
lose that is if your CT players like nail one shots like right away, and then they have like time to like reposition or stay alive. But next, silent but deadly.
boy. But yeah, you're right. The guy that needed to hold that was the guy that Smoothie insta-killed
Yeah,
in pit there.
yeah.
Because as soon as he goes, he dies. Shocks can't run through that smoke anymore towards site. Was that both pistols? No, no, sorry. G2 won the last pistol, but they lost the eco, right? Was that how it was? Can we see scoreboard real quick?
What are you talking about? First half?
Yeah.
G2
One
one pistol and
and
lost
lost
second,
eco, yeah.
second round. Yeah.
Right.
So if you're just tuning in, Big won the first map on train in overtime after coming back from
Double overtime.
double overtime. Yes. And now we're on map 2, last match here at Beyond Summit this evening before tomorrow morning starts with Heroic versus NRG. First match of the day,
Yeah.
correct? So
Yeah.
that'll be me, Thorin,
We have
and
another
Vendetta.
4 best of 3s tomorrow. Same as today. Today we had some close games.
Is today Thursday or Friday? Yeah, Thursday, yeah. Looks like we're going to get an old A bomb site hit. Is this? Or are they... Interesting. I like this. Good usage of nades by Big to volley off. Gabi, I love that. Because he's so confident in, like, he has to clear space regardless. He just, like, runs up porch with that bank flash and just swings.
So have you noticed, right, like just watching from back when you and I used to compete, and granted you competed longer than I did, have you noticed a change even how people play this map differently on T-side? In the sense of like, you know when you used to just play default on T-side, right? It's like, well,
yeah.
send 2 banana, you know, we have this one entry, 1 guy flashes for him, then we have 2 guys, or like 2 guys alt mid, 1 guy mid, right? 1 guy takes over apps and the other guy jumps up boiler, you double peek in apps, and then you have 1 guy down boiler, 1 mid,
And then late
take
B
over
control
mid,
or
right?
something.
Yeah. That's how
Yeah,
it used to be played.
I
technically,
think because everyone has such a good understanding of the nade usage, there's just a lot more of the same, but reading in between those things.
Right.
So instead of just like a simple B control, the CT smoke bottom B, and then the Ts have some play to go through the smoke, and then at the same time a lurk happens wrap. So
Right.
yeah, I think it's just like compounding meta, right? It just like
Yeah.
goes on each other. Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, that's, to me, like you said earlier, because CS isn't black and white, but there are a lot of things you should do because that's smart at the time. But then there's like gaps in between those things.
Watch this. Oh my god, this is insane. They think they're full saving, but they bought. Oh, this is troublesome.
That sucks that he doesn't get that kill because now they know they've
Yeah,
bought.
they take the gamble. I can't believe Big just buys there too, because they... Wait, why do they
G2.
assume they have so much money? Was this just a gamble call?
From G2?
Wait, dude, I'm so lost, man. Like, yeah, dude, it's been too far. Like, so... Yeah, this is a complete gamble from G2. They
Yeah,
end up
exactly.
buying SMGs, right?
Yeah.
Big... Sorry, I had the other way around. Big just
Yeah,
then buy
yeah. No, I know what you
SMGs,
meant right away. Yeah.
But that's so risky for Existence too. Not even the armor like running down there. We're
No,
hoping.
that's what I said. The second he didn't get that kill,
Yeah,
that
you're,
was
you're
a
just
rip.
stuck. Yeah. Now, sure, they get 3. That's a lot of money though on the big side.
And they could still buy.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's what you get with the new economy. I didn't even consider that. Still had, it was basically a throwaway round in a way. Well, G2 just giving Big full banana control. Obviously not a lot of utility on the G2 side. There's the boost. Body up there. Oh, bad smoke.
Wow.
No way. Existence, come on.
Great individual read by Taps in there to step out front.
He sees that. He does a little strafe. He gets a little bit flash, but he sees the bad smoke.
Next, great spacing there. people always ask about what the role is of an entry fragger. Right there, you create space. You take a linear path that someone could follow you on, which would be wide into water, and Nex holds onto your hand there, onto your belt, so to speak, and is right there to kill. Yeah. The only time it's good to jump up to the left right away is if you know that they're playing one coffin, one spawn, and you really want to quickly cut off that coffin angle, and then your teammate behind you can run up the stairs. But
right.
101 for entry frag, guys. Keep an easy, straight path for someone to come straight on the same line behind you, and you'll get that second kill. So great textbook play there by Tabson and the boys on Big, and we're going into 13-6.
Yeah. And you do the same thing on A as well. You know, like you're saying, it's hand-holding, right? Like, it's all about helping each other. That, like, the entry people, I mean, yes, people maybe are starting to realize now where it's like, well, the entry fragger's role, yeah, it's called entry fraggers. But really, there should be, like, another word. There should be another name for it. Because once you put the name entry fragger on there, you're like, well, he's supposed to frag.
Frag, yeah,
for entry. But he says, well, yes, okay, it's a bonus. I've always seen that as a bonus.
Should it be like Breacher?
Right, yeah. No, yeah, you're right, right? Like, it's one thing, I think, if you have, you know, someone that just takes over banana every time, like takes that control, you know, yeah, sure, you want the kills, but like in cases like that, when they're just on the bomb site, you're not really expecting this person to get a kill or two. Like, he's just there, breaker, you just create space. Yeah. Like, just take the bullets. Like, he's fully aware he's probably going to die.
And if they get the kill, that's what, you know, the really skilled ones, they start to find reads against teams and certain waypoints, and they know that the other team doesn't have an op, so they can kind of take a more aggressive route. They know they do have an op. They take that weird jump and stuff, and they get really specialized.
Yeah, the double jump, like the boost in some cases and stuff. Just making themselves even more hard to shoot. You know? Because obviously it helps if you stay alive for just a split second longer. Like, if you don't die from the opera, for example, let's say you only get leg, it's such an advantage in that sense as well. Jesus, okay.
Oh, it looks like we're playing Call of Duty down there, Banana. Blackout
Jesus.
is now available on PC and Xbox.
Was that another bad smoke, by the way, or was that just because Gabi was already through and they were just standing there?
He might have already thrown it, I don't know. Oh, Smoothie had 2 aware. 5 them.
I think this is winnable. Almost gets Kenny. Gonna try and look for that op. Probably not gonna find it. It's hidden. What do you think, Jordan? Are we gonna see a comeback here?
I don't know. G2's playing very desperate. So maybe if they string a couple of like unanswered rounds together here in terms of like 3 or 4 people stay alive and then just own them. But if there's any more close rounds here by G2, I feel like the boys at Big have enough in their arsenal to keep their money low and hurt them. And that's going to be the type of thing to not help your chances as Gabi takes the double lineup there as they try to take B control. But 2 more people at G2 at B. And Gob's going to get a 3rd right there. No way they expect a 4th, but he's going to run in and not make a difference. Gabi going for the highlight of this month for his team here. Grabbing a quick 4K there to... Whoa, that's not a kill.
But didn't get the ace, of course. God be.
God be, God be, God be, God be.
Maybe I should stand up a little bit. Also, I really have to use the bathroom, by the way. Maybe that's why.
You want to go? I can.
You got it? You got it for 1 round?
Yeah. I mean,
I'll hurry.
We could be done. I might be closing this thing out without you. Just.
Oh, I mean, it's not gonna be. Oh, right. I can wait.
Just go.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'll wait.
I'm positive.
There's 2 rounds left.
It's up to you.
Actually, now I'm BM. It's not 2 rounds left. This is going the full distance.
Tabson, AK-47 in hand, doesn't know that there was just 3 at B, but he's still going to put a little aggressive as he has to come through the flames, but he's burning. I'm going to go down his body is going to take that frag, but damage coming from multiple sources there, as G2 did start with 3, but Smith's just swinging the corner like they've already almost lost. 4 versus 3 situation. They're very winnable still, as they have better utility and weaponry, even though they're down in numbers. Shox has to be careful as he has no armor, and the aim punch is going to hurt.
And
if
he
does
has a deagle too. Like this is.
Yeah, he's.
I'm not a fan of that position to begin with.
This is
honestly.
still, yeah, very even round, and all things considered. And now even more even, considering Gob's about to get this frag unless Shox does something special. Tizian in a great position to trade as his team gets contact. He's going to be able to swing and get that. He should be able to at least get that kill. And one more in A. They're unsure where he is. Existence has a chance to shine like he has been today. They're unaware of his position. The 5-7, Rops would have gotten that kill. 2 versus 1 situation here. His body has 1 flash on him, half health, and some dreams. Gets 1 frag. Aim looking crisp, but health looking low as he's trying to guess here. 1 versus 1 is going to be tough, as he had the right idea, but he's a little early on the clear of Wrap. He's going to go tap that bomb, and the T is going to be able to breathe on him ever so slightly for the kill. But he does have an op, so if Smooya misses and Body happens to check to flank one or the other,
yeah, not happening.
neither of which are going to be a reality here as we go to 15-7.
I mean, good execute for Big there, but honestly, I feel like Shox is relying a lot. I don't know who was in Graveyard for G2 there, but Shox is relying a lot there on his friend. I don't even think he was peeking. So you have a deagle close distance, no armor. You missed the first shot, you're dead.
That was a peculiar setup.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. That's super odd. Like, I didn't see at the start of it, like, where he was standing initially. Like, did he just get caught or something? But we'll see. 15-7.
G2 or Big, knowing they have the money and economy advantage, using the utility and aggressiveness to take control Banana here. And right now, they could just chill, because 2 things are going to happen. G2 is going to peek and die, or they're going to stay where they're at, and tabseN knows where they're at. And they're going to choose the former. And now that the poor smoke, tabseN knows exactly what he's going to do as he traces him with his crosshair. Now, in his mind, he's picturing that other rotator coming spawn, which you'll see on the Raytar. He might think he's closer. Tizian, if he doesn't go down here, they're going to swiftly take A. So they do get that frag, which means they're going to continue going slow. But they know one's aggressive hauls. One's either going to be Wrap or right side. Last 2 are right side. And they're going to be going up the Wrap. And tabseN giving him a route to come through CT spawn. But all hope looks lost.
And then now they know that Shox was balcony. So
as Shox has body armor, no chance here. And it's 1 versus 4, guys. Thank you for joining us today on the cast.
I mean, that was super solid, I think from Big. I think Smooya was definitely lying.
Raytar.
You know?
It's my new name, Raptar.
Raptar?
No, they're saying Raytar because I said it was a T. Anyways, chat, thank you for joining us and bearing with our random tangents.
We're going to have to close it off here properly.
We will close it off properly. Tomorrow, you guys should see a little bit of fresh minds in the morning as we have to kick it off tomorrow at 9 a.m. PST.
Honestly, I have no idea what I've been saying this whole
Heroic versus NRG. We wanted to take a second to thank you all for tuning in.
Let's do the sponsor plug too, right?
Sponsor plugs, really quick chat. We want to thank our various sponsors, Sennheiser, the official audio partner of Beyond the Summit, AOC, Monster, and GGBet. Appreciate Monster for keeping us fueled up into the wee hours. And shout-outs to everyone else. Guys, don't forget you can check out bts.gg/store for some merchandise and bts.gg/giveaway to win a monitor, 24-inch gaming monitor, or Sennheiser headsets. 2 different variations, GSP 600, GSX 1000. I know you're tired of hearing me talking. Maybe not tired of hearing
they're
these
definitely
beautiful
tired
voices.
of hearing me talking too. They're like, Fifth, you've literally, but please stop.
Production, do we want to show them the bracket for tomorrow before we head out?
Let's do that, yes.
Let's show them the bracket really quick for tomorrow before we head out, if they have it available.
No, they should have it.
Put a big no on the screen if you don't.
They should have it. They've shown him a few times. But I think that maybe he's gone home. Oh.
That's a cool, a watermark. I love the Halloween graphic.
Oh, come on. You can do it, stream.
You can do
it. Yeah, it's on. You want to talk a little bit, Smooya?
Are we done? Upper bracket tomorrow, NRG versus Heroic first, and then Bid versus Optic. Okay, we got a little post-match here.
Hello?
You guys' bold was a little better than expected.
Yeah, you can hear yourself.
Yeah, this is
I
disgusting.
think Gob was
Welcome.
Gob carrying you a B?
Yeah, what
me?
was this? Like, you completely
No, you had
lied,
like
man.
you had like
Oh,
an
dude, I'm not
18.
gonna lie. In practice, we have a lot of troubles.
I
on
mean,
Inferno.
listen, it probably helps when you're dropping 24 frags. You know, like probably you were at 20 frags on the CT
in
half.
like 11 rounds, I think.
We had like 18 and like
Round 9, I
8
think.
rounds, and everyone else had 13. And
I was
10
saving a lot though. Like Tabson got super unlucky in middle. Like he got one blooded
a couple times.
4 times or something like that. But like it was super lucky. So yeah, it happens.
What do you
yeah,
think?
we won.
Yeah, how
Woo!
do you think the
I'm so
series
happy.
went
The
overall?
series?
Yeah,
The first map was a roller coaster of emotions. We'll put it like that.
sure. But well, how did you how do you feel that map actually played out? Like,
On train, you mean?
yeah,
Not nowhere near as good as we wanted, but like we've been really good in practice on it actually, which is weird. Like was expecting to just like destroy them, and on Inferno we're expecting to lose, which is like the funny
Right.
part. But yeah, I don't know. It's just they played really well. We made some mistakes on T side like always because we're really bad and we need to fix it. But yeah, that's about it really.
yeah, you're happy with
Couple
it.
headshots here and there.
Did we see who are you guys playing against tomorrow? We saw the bracket.
Optic.
Oh, you're playing Optic
Yeah.
tomorrow. Okay.
Second game.
All right. How you feel about that?
Well, the first time we played them. Wait, did we play them at LAN? I don't know. The last time we played them, we lost 16-2. So
Oh wow. Okay.
feeling confident.
All right.
Excited to get back
Well, that
in
was
there and
that
have
was
some
a one
fun.
mapper, you know.
Have you been enjoying hanging out at BTS? What's it like here for you? It's your first one, huh?
It's cool, I guess. I still kind of want to go home because I didn't get enough time at home.
Oh, yeah?
I miss it, so I'm excited to go back home.
Do you
fully
feel
now.
like-
It's
because you guys
it is
went
really
straight
nice
from
here.
Starladder, right?
No, we had like a week at home, but I had to sort some stuff, so like I wasn't really just like laying in my bed enjoying my life. You know, I was like out all the time. I hate that
Handle
stuff. Like,
business.
adult
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
How
So I
much
kinda
do you,
wanna go
just
home.
I guess the last question for me would be how much do you feel like that's affecting you guys right now as a team?
And what's her?
Just if you feel like you guys want to be at home, like do you feel like you guys are a little burnt out?
Yeah, definitely, because this is the most lands, like big lands that Big's played at. Since I've joined, like we've had like the most success and stuff. So we're like getting invited to lands here and there. We're actually qualifying for lands. So we're not really used to it, I guess. And yeah, we're all super tired, and we're all looking forward to the Christmas break. I believe is like we have like 3 weeks off, and I'm super
Right.
excited for that.
Cool.
But yeah,
Sick,
that's
man.
about it,
Alright. Well, GG's, brother.
You have any? You want to close off the show? You can say whatever you want. Almost.
We want to put you next to Thorn tomorrow, by the way. So at
Fuck
some
that
point
guy,
you
man.
What's that?
That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck
Well,
that guy.
you guys are going to sit next
And
to each
with
other.
that in
so
mind.
we'll put you on
I-
either end of the couch, and we'll see what we go.
Yeah, that could
what
be
happens.
actually
But
pretty
thanks
funny.
again, guys, for tuning in today. This is Smooya.
GG, boys.
I'm nothing. We'll see that guy tomorrow. First match, though, Heroic vs. Energy at 9 a.m. PST. Thanks again for all of you guys for tuning in and dealing with us on the couch. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.